Hey guys, Jim from Knights of the Braille here, just jumping on to record a very quick video about navigating PDFs with the screen reader. I'm just going to turn my screen reader on now. There'll be a bit of noise and then it will calm down, and I'll go over the issues that we face with accessibility with the screen reader on these documents. Okay, let's go.
Mutant _year _zero _core roles without pushing your role, heading level 2.
Okay, excellent. So what I'm doing there is I'm navigating the headings in the document by using the H key with Windows Narrator. The reason I'm using Windows Narrator is that I'm in Microsoft Edge. It's great for PDFs, great for accessibility, and quite simple to use. And Windows Narrator integrates with it very nicely. It's a nice visual component as well because I'm low vision, so I have some visual navigation. But I was on here looking to read this document with my screen reader because it makes things easier for me, because physically reading text takes a very long time for me. I thought this document was an excellent example about something not being formatted for accessibility, and just wanted to show that as an example for you guys and the problems we run into, so that you can have some kind of context next time we're talking about it. So the issue that I'm facing here is that what I do is I navigate by headings, and then I read the text. So I found this heading here for pushing your role, and then to read the text, I'll hop onto the text box.
If you are desperate to succeed, you can push your role. That means you grab all dice that didn't. Pushing your role, heading level 2.
So as you see, I find the heading, then I jump to the text. The issue I've run into is some of the headings have been locked with text. So I'll show you that here briefly. So we're going to jump back to the previous heading, and then I'll explain the issue with it.
Roles without skill. If an action you want to perform in the game does not fit any skill, you and the GM should consider if this really is pushing your role, heading level 2.
So you're probably thinking, well, what's the problem with that, Jim? You've got the heading, you've got the text there. The problem I have is that the heading and the text are one box. So what they've done is they've marked that heading and text as a single heading, and then they've cut the text down. I won't go into that. That's a whole other thing. But basically, the text and the heading are marked together as the same thing, whereas they should be tagged separately to encourage navigation. The problem we face is that, let's go back to that heading for a sec, and then we're going to jump onto the next piece of text. So let's just show you that.
Roles without skill. If an action you want to perform in the decides what attribute is most useful in the situation, and you roll only base dice. 0345 skills. 03. Pushing your role, heading level 2.
So what happened there was I jumped onto the heading, and then I went to the text box afterwards. And the issue that we face is that when you're jumping to headings and then text boxes, and the text is mixed in with the headings and things aren't tagged correctly, you don't actually know where you are. I have some functional vision, and so therefore I know what I'm looking at. But if you had no functional vision, that would be extremely confusing. So you can see now why this stuff isn't working for us. The next issue I'm going to show you is a problem that's particular with this publisher, Free League Publishing, Fria Ligan in their Scandinavian tongue, I believe. But let's jump onto the text box here and see what's wrong.
If you are desperate to succeed, you can push your roll. That means you grab all dice that didn't come up with a / equals or and roll them again. Pushing your roll, heading level 2.
So you didn't come up with dice that have a /. So what the hell does that mean if you listen to it? Well, there's images there that they've marked with symbols, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever for a screen reader. The reason that they have these symbols that don't make sense for a screen reader is that they sell specialty dice for this game. They function as regular dice, but they have special cool little symbols on them that blind folks can't use anyway. It'd be great if you just had a key at the beginning of the document that converted these symbols into numerical values, and then just use numbers for the rest of the document. For those of us that use a screen reader, that would appreciate that. Also, to have the PDFs tagged correctly would allow us to navigate it. I'm not even going to get into the tables on Free League Publishing's books because they're just not usable. They're not functional for a screen reader. I'll do a more in-depth look at PDFs for tabletop role-playing games and the issues we face and how they can be improved and how you can make your PDFs accessible in future if people find this interesting or useful. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Just wanted to share that brief bit of information so you can see how we can navigate documents and the problems we face.
Exiting narrator.
And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Contact me on Twitter at Braille Knights. Comment on YouTube, knightsofthebraille@gmail.com, www.knightsofthebraille.com for our website. please get in contact with us. We're blind, visually impaired, and sighted gamers and tabletop role-playing game enthusiasts. We want to make things accessible. So yeah, please reach out with any questions you might have.